This is the WeCreat Lumos portable laser engraver. In addition to engraving simple things like wood, leather, and plastic, they claim it can engrave colors on metal. Let's try this out on the 3D printing zone. We have engraved a lot of different materials on this channel, including metal, but something we have never done is engrave color on metal. Let's unbox the engraver, run a few tests, and see if it can actually color metal by engraving. To assemble the engraver, all you do is align these holes at the bottom, then screw it in. This engraver comes with a rotary tool, slider, and an air filter, which is so nice because I don't have windows in my studio. I'm curious to see how well it works since this isn't an enclosed engraver like I've used in the past. This is the engraver right here. It is tiny, the smallest laser engraver I've ever used. It comes with a mounting station, but that isn't mandatory. This is just if you want to have it where it's not portable, it's just in a room. But even then, this thing is portable, it is light, and I can carry it around with one hand. Now that it's unboxed and set up, let's connect it to my computer and test the first engraving. This software is the easiest engraving software I've ever used. The first time you open it up, there's a step-by-step walkthrough guide of what everything does. This takes the guesswork out of laser engraving for beginners, and it was so nice to have for my first time. I'll talk more about these settings later, but let's start our first engraving. My first test is using these small metal business cards. Before starting the engraving, you need to make sure that the red and blue dot align. That's how you know it's focused. There's a dial to manually adjust the height, or you can hold down the autofocus button to autofocus. Now that we're focused, I'll take a quick picture and use this shape for the first test. If you've never used a laser engraver before, most laser engravers, if not all of them, have a frame option, which means you can click frame and it will show you in a highlight where it's going to be engraving. And that is so important because without that, you might accidentally engrave where you don't want it to go, just like I did right here. So make sure you click frame and see where it's going before you send it to the engraver. Let's send this to the engraver. For the first half of this engraving, we're running the speed at 1,000 millimeters per second, and this thing can go up to 4,000, which is really fast. This is showing what it looks like at 1,000 millimeters per second. Let's speed it up to get it to that half point. Now I'm gonna make a change and put this to 4,000 millimeters per second so you can see how fast that looks. This is very interesting. If you look at the black, it engraved really well at 1,000 millimeters per second, but once it got to 4,000, it was very light. The blue one, on the other hand, looks perfect at 1,000 millimeters per second and at 4,000. Now let's try adding flowers and see if we can do color on this blue. That came out looking really good, except it's all just one color. And that's because I need to run some tests before I can truly engrave on color. So let's do that next. We'll test the multicolor first with this silver aluminum card. I don't know if this will actually work. In the software, on the left side, there's a toolbox. We'll find the color engraving test here. You need to run this test to identify the best color variation for your material. The first test simply changes the focal distance of the laser engraver. Let's run this test and see what it looks like. To be honest, those all look the exact same, so I'm just gonna pick one and then run the next test. In this step, the laser will move at different speeds and power for each little box. This should give you a variety of colors. So this test was interesting. It gave me different shades of brown or tan, but it didn't really give me any blues or reds or yellows or greens like I've seen other people do. Let me try engraving on a thicker aluminum plate and see if we can get some of those colors to show. I'll run the same test with this metal, but put it in the bottom right corner so that they're out of the way. I forgot to frame this section. I told you need a frame every time, and I just forgot. And I actually engraved the bottom of the laser. So don't make the same mistake as me. I had to stop the engraving before it engraved the whole thing. Okay, here's our first focal distance test. Now we'll go and specify which one looks the best to us and start the color variations. That looks so much better. You can see the yellows, blues, reds, and greens. I ended up running a bunch of other tests on this plate to find the best color variation. I even included a tiny Labubu on the left side. Don't ask me what those are, my kids are obsessed with them, so I decided to add them in this video. We'll come back to this plate and engrave some other things, including a large Labubu, but first let's try engraving color on a dog tag. That could be fun. I've already ran the color test, and here's how you add color to each engraved part. First, you need to identify what colors you want. I'll be using these flowers which have blue, green, and yellow. Once you identify the colors you want to use, try finding similar colors on the color palette from the color test. When you find the colors you want, look at the speed and power and write those down. All of my colors are using the same power at 60, and the speeds are 50, 30, and 20. This software allows me to group similar colors, which is so nice because without grouping, that means I'd have to go into every single piece of this engraving and mark the power and the speed for each one. With them being grouped, I just add the speed and power settings to each color, which makes it a lot faster. Over on the right, you'll need to add the focal distance as well. The color, power, and speed is all set. Let's go ahead and send this to the engraver. That looks so amazing. I can't even believe it. The yellows, the greens, the blues, they're all popping. And in the top right of that flower, it's like a yellow to a burnt orange. I don't even know how that happened, but it looks so amazing. This thing can definitely color engrave on metal. I have a surprise for you. The sponsor WeCreat asked us if we could engrave on a gun. I don't have a gun myself, but my buddy over at Nozzle Vision does, and he's gonna let me borrow it for this project. The reason they asked for me to show this is because they've had a huge demand of people asking, can you engrave on a gun? I ran all the tests on this metal to make sure I could get the best quality, and here's the first run on an American flag. That flag came out looking pretty good, except it's not multicolored, and I realized it's because I put it on that higher ledge where the focus point needs to be on that lower side. Let's try this again on that lower level that I actually ran the test on. That looks so amazing. Look at that blue. Oh, I love it. I want to return the favor of my buddy who lent me this gun and put his logo on our channel with the gun. So let's do that next. I had to shrink this down so much, the quality just wasn't quite there, but if I had this as a bigger image, it would have looked amazing. Make sure you check out his channel, Nozzle Vision. I'll put a link in the description. Both of those tests were with color. Let's try doing just a deep engraving of some text. We'll flip the gun over and engrave something. Since this gun was actually made in the US, we're gonna put made in USA, because I don't know what else to put. That first pass came out looking really good. Let's slow this down, turn the power up, and do 5 passes and see what that looks like. That came out looking so good. I then went ahead and wiped it down with some silicone-based oil, and it looks like it came as part of the gun, matching all the other engravings that are on here. If you're wondering if this can engrave on a gun, it sure can, and if any of you are worried I'm pointing a gun at me, this thing is not loaded. It doesn't even have a barrel in it right now. We took it apart before this video, just to be safe. Let's go back to that thicker material. I want to try engraving our logo and ultimately engrave a large Labubu. Don't ask me why, my kids just love them. Now you're looking up what is a Labubu, aren't you? I did it too. I followed these same steps to engrave our logo a couple of times, and that looks amazing. The smaller logo is smaller than my thumbnail, and it still kept that fine detail thanks to the high definition of this laser. I also engraved this blue Labubu, and it's just mind-blowing seeing the colors on metal from a laser engraver. That blue on the Labubu just pops. It looks so good. Before we flip this around to print that large Labubu, I want to talk about a concern I have with this engraver. It is small, which means the engraving plate is small. This is the surface that it can engrave. It's not that large. And I think people have that concern when they think about buying an engraver like this. WeCreat anticipated this concern, and they created a slider which allows you to create larger items at 4 or 5 times the length of their bed. Let's try printing something on the slider, and then we'll print that Labubu. Say Labubu 10 times fast. Labubu, 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 Labubu. Let's engrave the text, "Don't worry, be happy," on this old piece of painted wood. Let's try this first at 4,000 millimeters per second. That's too fast. It wasn't engraving anything. Let's slow it down to 1,000 millimeters per second. Okay, that's still too fast. Let's slow it down to 500. I can see a little definition, but I'm gonna slow it down a little more to 100 millimeters per second and see if we can get that crisp engraving. This is running at 100 millimeters per second, but let's speed it up to see how it looks finished. That's looking so good. While that's engraving, make sure you like and subscribe. We're almost at our next subscribe goal, and we literally can't get there without your help. Also, if you'd like to purchase one of these engravers, we've added a link down below. That came out looking so good. I love the colors, I love the depth. It's just so clean and it looks amazing. While this was engraving, it was putting off a ton of smoke. Luckily, I didn't see or smell anything, which just blows my mind because I didn't have the protective shield down so you could see it better on the camera, which meant smoke should have been coming everywhere, but it was sucking it into the air filter, and I literally didn't smell anything. I've engraved without a filter before, and it is a very strong smell, whether it's wood or it's metal or leather. You just have smells, and that filter took away everything. I'm actually really surprised. Now it's time to engrave the larger Labubu, and we're gonna put this one in gold color. That came out looking so good. I showed this to my kids and they got so excited. I literally don't know what this thing is. All I know is it's famous right now, it's trending, and kids love it. We just showed you how to engrave on color. If you like to see how to engrave on 3D printed objects, take a look at this video. Or just take a look at this one.